Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm the owner of Ash Nichole Co, where my goal is to spread my joy of crafting and healing of my own mental health with you all through my products that I create. So today's video is going to be just a chill, kind of laid back video. I'm not really going to do much editing. We're just going to be sitting and making a couple of beaded phone straps that I am adding into my shop and also taking to markets with me. So I have my iPad up here as well, so if you see me looking forward a little bit, I've just got some notes going so that I can follow along, because I tend to drift off into conversation for a while. But we're just going to talk about market prep, what I'm feeling, where we're at right now, and just do a little bit of a check-in. So yeah, just get comfy, set your craft up, whatever you want to do, and let's get started. Also, just want to put in, if you hear any noises in the background or anything at all, my husband is at his computer with his noise canceling headphones on, but he is playing a video game right now. So just in case you think you hear something, or if you do hear something, that is what it is. Mentally, I think I've been pretty okay this week. It hasn't been too crazy. I have definitely been hit with a bit of like imposter syndrome and just me, I've had a little bit of information overload this past week, especially in preparing for a market. I watch a lot of different YouTubers, a lot of different small business owners. I follow a lot. That's pretty much what all my feeds are on all social media platforms, because I tend to be on like the business account more than I am on a personal account. And so because of that, I get a little in my head sometimes, and the pressure is there, and I forget the entire reason that I started this business, which was, one, to heal, to be able to have a dedicated time to do the crafts that I want, but also I just love when I make a craft, or I make a craft for someone, or I see something and it is just, it's a beautiful process to like either give or sell your craft to somebody else. And so I find it fun. I find it healing. It doesn't feel like a job. I know that's why I struggle with it so much sometimes, because it doesn't feel like it's something that I should be doing to make money or have a job. I feel like it should be harder, and I should be like super stressed out every day in order to feel like that's enough. But yeah, I'm just trying to check in with myself a little bit more. I'm trying to take breaks. I'm trying to make sure that if I feel overwhelmed, or if I feel like I cannot handle it, I give myself that space and that time to do so. It's been tough, but it's actually been getting a lot better. And I've been feeling a lot better about things. I've been feeling a lot better about the way that things are happening for me right now. And I feel a lot better about the way I'm handling things in terms of my mental health, and giving myself the space that I need. So like yesterday was Sunday, and I was supposed to be sewing, and I did so for a little bit, but it was also the start of my period, and it absolutely sucked. And because of that, I was completely shut off. So me being completely shut off from the world kind of threw a wrench in things, but I tried not to freak out about it. I tried to just stay calm and tell myself that it's okay to have a day that's off, to not feel great, to not feel like yourself, or like you want to, keep crafting or creating or whatever the case is that day. And that was definitely me yesterday. I needed a break. I needed to just sit with myself and not do anything at all. My chair just moved and it caught me off guard, and it's my pillow. I thought it was a ghost for a second. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm even doing with this bracelet. I'm just kind of placing things together. So it takes me so long as I overthink how I'm supposed to put these down, and like, which brings me into my next topic. It's the pressure to be perfect. So I struggle with perfectionism a lot, in every aspect of everything that I do. So sometimes I struggle with perfectionism as in, it could just be me doing something basic, like a word search. If I don't do a word search quick enough to what I think should be quick enough, or a good time frame to finish a word search in, then I've failed at it. When I'm making anything, I am really bad at doing this thing where it needs to look professional. It's like saying a handmade product isn't good enough unless it looks like it was machine made, which is not healthy. at all to be thinking like that. It's not healthy to have that in your brain. Like, we're not Walmart. We don't have 1,000 employees. It's just us. And one of the most beautiful things about a handmade business and small businesses in general is that they are the people, and you can feel it. And that's the whole reason behind wanting to purchase it. It's that you feel close. I'm struggling taking these beads out. You start to feel either closer or connection with those small business owners, and that just makes everything so much better. My brain left me for like 20 minutes there, but yeah, it's very toxic, and it takes the beauty out of everything that we do as creatives. And I think that every product that's made by an artist, a small business owner, something like that, has their heart and soul in it, and it's okay that your product shows that. Although, yes, you do want it to look as best as possible, whatever that means for you is how you present that out. So, like me sewing and making myself my own bag, which you'll see in the next video, as a tester, I know that I'm keeping it for myself because I would not give that to anyone else. Mostly just quality wise, it's a whole mess. But like, the quality of something being lower than what I want it to be to give it to someone is different than making sure that it is perfect. And there is a big difference. And I've had to really challenge myself to stop nitpicking all of my work and everything that I do, and remind myself why I'm doing it in the first place. Like, I'm here to connect with people. I'm here to build a community. I'm here to build a lovely group of people who feel the same way that I have, or can understand where I'm coming from and just need a little bit of inspiration or a little push, or just a friend to, listen to, talk to, whatever the case is. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And it's been a journey for sure, but I am happy with how things are going, and I'm happy with how we are continuing forward. Like, I know that everything is going to be good moving forward. So now let's jump into market prep. I have a lot of stuff to do. As you can see how long it's taking me to kind of just lay out this one wristlet, which I'm going to start putting all the beads on now. But I have so much to do. So much to do for this market. I have to cut and sew, and I need to get myself a little more organized with my setup. I have most of it like under my desk here. I have a big box of everything, and in my garage I have my full setup, and so I'm going to go out probably on Wednesday and just set up and see what we have and see how I like the setup, and see if there's anything that I need to get done so that I can have ample time to do it before this market and I don't feel stressed. At my last market, I did not do a setup prior to going. I just kind of was winging it, and that, definitely bit me later on when, if you go back and watch that first market video, you saw how like my sticker display just completely crashed and burned off the table. And it was absolutely horrible, and I thought I was like done for the whole day. I was like, oh, I failed, this is it. And I had to give myself 5 minutes to pick myself back up, and I just laid all my stickers out on the table. Definitely not the most aesthetically pleasing and not the most like professional looking, but again, like I said, that goes right back into the perfectionism thing. Like, you're selling at a handmade market. We all know it's handmade. We all know that these are things that someone is painstakingly taking their time to do and make and craft. And so I'm not expecting to walk in and the inside of the store looks like a boutique, or the inside of the booth, I should say, looks like a boutique. If it does, yeah, that's intriguing, and it's amazing that somebody took all of that time and effort to put into it and make it look great, but that doesn't mean that any other booths or ones that don't have that setup or don't have that access are any less than the one that's super made up and looks very professional. You never know where anybody's at on their journey, and it's something I constantly struggle with, is comparing myself. So I have to remind myself often that I am not where anybody else is. I am on my own path, and that's okay. And I'm making my path however I want it to be. So it's a journey for a reason. We're going to enjoy it. And, we go from there. So I'm trying to pace myself a lot. One of my biggest problems is decision fatigue. I will write down like notes, and I will write down a bunch of information on things I have to do, and then I get overwhelmed looking at the list of things that I have to do, and then I try to do everything at once, and I need to start spreading things out a little bit better. I've always been like that though, even outside of my small business. When I worked in corporate jobs or things like that, I realized I was really bad at organizing myself, and I would just kind of do everything all at once and be overwhelmed all the time, and that's not healthy at all. It's not a good way to do things. So I've been really looking into and figuring out what works best for me, and specifically for me with my ADHD. And I've said it 1,000 times before that I have ADHD, but one thing I didn't realize is how much it affects me, and also how much traditional ADHD like products and things don't really work for me. So I'm in the process of creating my own ADHD friendly schedule, ADHD friendly, like notepad or something, because I am doing this for me, and maybe later on down the line it'll be something that goes into the shop, but I can't think of it as anything like that, or else I will literally never get it done. But for me to manage myself and to manage like content creation and everything else, that's something that I have to work on, and I'm not good at that at all right now, but we're getting there, and we will get better, and it will be okay. It's just going to take a while for us to really work through some of those ADHD tendencies and make my life easier while I'm trying to work and just get anything done. So let me tie this in a knot really quick. That's really cute. I think that one's adorable. See, the problem is that some of these I'm like, oh, so cute, and then I want to keep it for myself, and I'm like, no, Ashley, you can't keep it for yourself. You have to at least make some of these for other people. But I'm really trying to get back into the habit of crafting for myself every once in a while. Everything that I do is for the business, and I love that, and I want to keep doing it as much as possible. But sometimes, like now, if I just want like a phone charm, maybe I sit down and I do a phone charm for myself, or I color or something. But I just want to make sure that anything that I do is not just for the business or for someone else, it's also for me, because that's really healing. I'm still figuring out the perfect way to tie these so that it's not as open. That whole thing just went in the beads. Super fun. If you're watching this and you are also prepping for something, or you are just trying to get yourself motivated to do something today, don't feel bad if you decide that you want to take a breather, or you need to do something for yourself. Like, that's the whole point. You're here for you, and let it shine through that way. There's one. I think that's really cute. Yeah, that's very, very cute. So we'll add this over to the side and continue on with making a few more of these. I've just been really in my head lately about a lot of different things, specifically when it comes to like the markets and just getting things done. I'm truly hitting perfectionist stage, where I just want to make sure everything is absolutely the most perfect thing that I could ever have, and I have to stop a lot and tell myself that it's okay. Like, we're okay. Just with the state of the world right now, and just everything where it's at and how it has been and how it's going, it's extremely easy to get kind of caught up in what's going on, and it's really easy to get caught up and overwhelmed by what everyone is saying or what other people are doing. And I'm telling you right now, it is going to drive you insane if you don't give yourself a break, both mentally, physically, emotionally sometimes, and just let yourself, experience different things that relax you, and let yourself explore a side of you that is creative. I just had I sent a message to my sister this morning about that. Like, life is too short. We all need to be happy, and we all just need to do whatever it is that we want to do. So if that means starting a small business, if that means taking your time doing it, then take your time and do it. It was actually let me see if I can find it really quick. I was on Instagram the other day, and I have too many tabs open, so just a moment. So it was from the Women of Illustrations page on Instagram, and I love following them. But the post said, creatives, it's time to normalize working at a pace of your nervous system, not the pace of your feed. Just because another creative is posting daily doesn't mean you need to. You're the boss. That includes how fast or slow you move. And it hit me really hard because I am constantly trying to like keep up with the masses, what everybody else is doing. I want to make sure that I am informed. I want to make sure that I am aware. I want to make sure that everybody knows that I am great at this and I can multitask and I can do so many things, and I am comparing myself to other businesses and going, I can do that like they do it, and I can do this the way that they do it, and I might be able to, but also that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself to completely be perfect, just like these other businesses who have, one, been in business way longer than you have more experience. Like, there's so many reasons as to why they are doing what they're doing and why they can do what they're doing. Sometimes it's monetarily, they just have more resources or they have more access. Sometimes I forget that people that I'm watching, like, don't have children and, don't have a child on the spectrum or anything of that sort of nature, where you forget everybody has their own thing, but we're not in the same boat. So it is a little different. I can't compare myself to a, whether single, married, anything, 22-year-old who has all the time to do everything that they want in their small business or work on their small business without issue, when sometimes I am struggling with just being overstimulated from the day, from dealing with my son. But that's not to say they're not going through something either. It's just that we're all going through things that are so different. It's really hard to compare ourselves and say that this is the way that it should be, because everybody's found a way that works best for them to move forward in their businesses and to grow and to do well. And so all we can do is just figure out how that works for us and be happy for each other. I have been rambling on just a little bit, and I'm going to sit here and continue to make this bracelet. But I just kind of wanted to end out this very short and very quick video with just saying that you do not need to prove your worth by constantly being productive. You're worth it. I'm learning to give myself grace. Everyone needs to learn to give themselves a little bit of grace. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's going to continue to be not easy for a really long time. Nobody masters these things overnight or figures out how they work immediately. Like, it's going to be a little tough, but we've got this, and I believe in us. And I know that we are destined to do great things. I know this small business is going to be great. That's another thing I need to do. Show off my actual products. I think that's a thing that goes back to that whole feeling of being humble. I don't know if that's just like a millennial thing or if it's just a female thing where you can't show off the things that you're doing because then you're not humble and you're showing off, and that's not attractive or pretty or acceptable to other people. Like, I don't know. It hits me. Ooh, I actually really like this one. I think this is going to be really pretty. It's very orange. I am trying to just do colors. I just want to kind of separate things out. Do little colors here and there. But yeah, let's finish this and put this in. But I want you guys to let me know what you guys are doing or what works for you. If you have ADHD, any sort of hindrance in how you need to prioritize work or just in general prioritize yourself, what are some tips and tricks? What are things that you guys do? I'm always willing to listen to other people and learn and see what they're doing, how they're doing it, what works best for them, anything of that sort. It's just so interesting to me. Like I said, probably 1,000 times, and it's probably a little repetitive in this video, but I do get information paralysis. I tend to research things so much that then I get overwhelmed and then I don't start. It's why it took this small business so long. I was actually just looking at a listing, and I had a couple of listings that are renewing on my Etsy at the end of this month and early next month. But I was like, I didn't officially open my shop until I think it was July. Like, that was when it was officially open. I just think I kept pushing things back, and it caught me off guard because I was like, I had listings up with no promotion, with like a closed shop or something for months before I actually pressed play on it. And it was because I was just trying to make everything perfect. Every single thing had to be perfect. And that's a whole nother topic I'll go into. Like, when you're starting a small business, everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. You do not need to have, all of your branding. You don't need to know what your logo is going to look like fully. You can literally make something quick and easy. You don't need to go and buy every packaging product in the highest quantities to save money. You don't need to buy all of the materials right away for every single product that's in your brain or every single project that you want to take on. Like, you can just start. You can start with one or two. Hence why I have so many designs. And so with that, I've decided I am listing everything that I have and everything that I purchased up on my Etsy shop. I'm going to give it 1 full year of being on the shop. So once everything is up, I am going to write down a date, and then I'm going to check that date again next year. And I'm going to see what sold, what didn't, what was a good listing, what was, maybe not the best, is there anything I can improve on? And then from there, I am going to cut down probably a little bit. Like, I'm still so new, I'm so fresh, I don't promote my products, I still have a lot to learn, so I'm just going to keep up as much as possible, just more for learning purposes than anything, not necessarily to have an intense amount of product or stock, but just so that I can figure out, one, how to market and what's best, but then I can go through and figure out what it is that I actually want to keep. I've been watching so many small businesses in the last few weeks or so, really just kind of refining what it is that they do. In a sense, they still do so much, and I love that. That's amazing. But they really are kind of cutting down to go, this is what I actually enjoy doing, or this is what it is. And they used to sell, 8,000 different things, and it was, kind of all over the place here and there, and yeah, themed, but it's still so many items. And I want to keep making sure that my focus is on the fact that I started this business to improve my mental health and help people improve theirs by, even if that's just purchasing a product because it makes them happy. It's something I really want to do. So I need to really focus in. So I'm going to give myself 1 full year of just kind of doing everything that I want to. This bead is going to drive me insane. But I want to give myself 1 full year of all my listings up, everything that I want to do. And then from there, we will go forward. And like I said, I'll edit everything down, and we'll just have a little bit more of a refined store. I think that bead is not going to like me, so we'll trade it. It was like half closed. I'm going to have to take like a needle or something and punch it through the plastic part. That's another thing. Tell me where you guys get beads from, because all of these are from Amazon, and I am really trying hard to cut out as much Amazon as possible and just as many big corporations. And I know that is completely and totally not feasible for everyone, and I just want to make sure that I make that abundantly clear. The reason you will never hear me have like hate on anyone who's shopping on like Shein or Walmart or literally anything, it does not matter, is that access to different things, it is insane how different it is in different communities and where you're at. Up until like last year in my community, we literally had Walmart and Publix. And if I wanted to go get anything or do anything, I had to drive like an hour and a half out to Orlando and try to go somewhere so I could see it. And the closest thing to me was probably the Joann's, but that's closing like 35-40 minutes away, and that's close. So it sucks because I would love to have more access to things like that, but I don't want to have to drive out for 6 hours to go see anything. But so ordering online is the most convenient for me, but for me also Amazon is the most convenient for where I live, because I live kind of far out from everything. So they always deliver without like a crazy high fee. And I did cancel my Amazon Prime membership. It ends in May, and I have not been ordering really anything from it. The last thing that I ordered was an iron supplement for my son. but I'm trying really hard to cut it out completely. So if you guys know other places to get beads or other places to get things that are a little more affordable, that would be lovely. I'd love to get like big charms, big beads. I know I'm not running out of like the small ones anytime soon, and probably not the large ones either, to be totally honest, but just to kind of take a look around, just to have some places to see and go from there. I swear, whenever I get to these small beads, that's just me fighting to get them on, but I'm on like the last few. So all right guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out here. I just wanted to say thank you all so much. We are over 800 subscribers right now, which is insane. I think I've said it before. I've said it so many times. My main goal, I've always wanted to, post videos on YouTube. I used to back in the day. I was wanted to be a makeup guru girly like every other girl on the internet in 2006. But I really, really wanted to do that, and I never got started. And since I started posting last year, like this channel and just this community of people has completely changed my life for the better. It's made me more confident in myself. It's made me happier in general. It's made me more confident in the small business that I have, and just, yeah, I love talking with everyone. I love getting to know everyone. I love feeling like I have other people there that also understand what I'm going through, and I've met so many amazing people online, and hopefully one day I get to meet a lot of you guys in person, but it's been magnificent, and I'm very, very happy to be here, and I'm excited to continue to watch our little community grow and just to continue being close and an amazing small business. I don't think I put enough charms on this, so I'm going to probably add a few more, but it's not bad so far. I think it looks kind of cute. Oh, I guess I need to put something up there. I'm going to go ahead and end this video out for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for listening to me ramble, and we'll continue on with this video. I am going to continue just sitting here making bracelets. I'm going to try to film some short form content that I'm really bad at and have not been filming anything for this week. I'm going to try to film some promos for the upcoming market, and then I will continue to sit down and just market prep, make products, and take you guys along for the ride with me. So make sure you stick around for the next video that is going to be packed full and most likely a very long video of just all of the market prep and everything that we have to do for this upcoming market this weekend. So I will see you on the next video, and remember to take care of yourselves and keep crafting. Bye.